All right, welcome back to Pandemic Playground with Dave. We are back with Ship Evolution again, and last we left off, we created this tail for our Stingray Mark III now. But we traveled a little bit distance so we can find some new maydays, and we have one right ahead. So let's get started. All right, so while traveling for like search contracts in our beacons, we found a mayday a while back. We marked the spot where it says come here for mayday, and I went there and spotted that right over there. I'm not sure what it is, but we're gonna find out today. All right, so we got our welders up and running for the Gatlings on the side, and that's the only one that hopefully stays alive as long as possible. We added a projector so we can now do this. Well, if it's on. Right there. And that should be with the new attachment. So luckily on the tail I did not put a rotor as I mentioned in the last episode, because that would have been terrible when it comes to the projection. Although I could just do 2 projectors, not a big deal. We're gonna find out what this mayday is all about. We traveled quite far actually just to get here. So you see 31 from the beacon. Oh shoot, I did not GPS the other spots, did I? Yes, 22, the one that says go here. So we've traveled quite the distance. All right, so what is this? I already see a Gatling right there, so not the biggest threat, but it does look like one of those destroyed ships that doesn't really house much. So I might be able to get some batteries out of it. It looks like we're safe to go this route over here. Yeah, there's just like that one Gatling there, but there's probably another Gatling on the other side, so we gotta be careful of this. Just doing a quick little scout mission. Although we do have the weaponry, so we could shoot it down if we really wanted to, but I don't really care to do that. Oop. That was an SPRT beacon, so that's a station. That's gonna be fun. Do we have time to tackle 2 things today? Maybe. Alright, nothing too crazy going on here, so I think I might be able to just like go head on. And yeah, we didn't really make it to 1,000 supercomputers that we needed, superconductors that we needed. We got 431, so we still got a long ways to go. I mean, we could still dwindle down a lot more thruster components to try to get the gold out of it. We gain 164 gold, but is that even enough in terms of making these? No. We have to get rid of all the thrusters in order to make them. So, I mean, I could grind credits fairly fast, hopefully, by doing a lot of acquisitions and search contracts and stuff like that. And then we could definitely buy a ship, the 145 mil, and get a jump drive out of it. That could kind of work. Probably not ideal. All right, I'm just going to turn on the antenna so I know exactly where we are. Although we should throw the broadcasting a little bit shorter range, but I don't think we need to. All right, so I think head on is the safe route. Yep. I don't know if there's interior turrets, so we gotta be careful of that. I know there's that one Gatling right over there, so that went straight looking for me. Not sure if there's any inside, but we are gonna find out, I guess. Here's an armory, nothing in there. Another door. There might be a Gatling in here. Very suspicious of how this looks. Nope. No Gatling there. Alright, so they like to put turrets on top of O2H2 generators for some odd reason, so we can check that. Cut that line off really quick. No ice, so we'll cut this. Is there a cargo container where I can store stuff? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, does not look like it. I mean, shoot. That's fine. We can always head back to the ship really quick. Okay, we dropped some stuff off, so we should really be able to do this. Actually, it might actually be here. As the turret. Yep, this is the Gatling turret right here. So that kind of worked out. And it didn't even have ammo, so that was pointless. Alright, so everything else, it's got oxygen. We'll claim it. Yeah, it's a just wrecked ship, I guess. Not much we can do about this one. It's called a Severed Bow, which not sure what it would have looked like if it was fully intact, but let's see. Batteries, beds, gravity generator, which is useful. Pirate trap. Okay, that doesn't sound good. Yeah, so why is it called a pirate trap? I don't know. Interesting. Okay, I think we could bring our ship over to... We can extract... Yeah, we can extract the oxygen if we need to. I don't think we need to. But it's a possibility. Ooh, Gatling ammo. That's worth it. What else is there? Oxygen, Gatling ammo. Here's more armory. Here's a bathroom. That's interesting. Nothing in the armory. Anything in this one? Medical components. Interesting. All right, so that's all useful stuff. Okay. No creds in the beds. Nope. SPRT beacon up this way, up front. So, yeah, it's up that way. Wherever the antenna's pointing, so we could just keep an eye on that. All right, so here's a good thing about this now. We could use the rear to grind down the ship. If we want to go that route right now. Probably not just this minute. Oh yeah, it looks like I left the welder on and it welded up these weird blocks for here. Whoops. I think that's the only one, right? Nope, it's this side too. Okay, there we go. Fixed that up a little bit. You could also put interior turret here if we really, really wanted to, and it'll be protected. But not much else we could put there, unfortunately. Okay, so once again, not much going on with this ship, so we're gonna creep on over ever so slightly. All right, and like I said, we could drain the oxygen tank if we need to. I don't really think we do because we rarely use any oxygen tanks. Yeah, we rarely did. I mean, we have a number of them too, so we shouldn't really concern ourselves with that too much. And I'm not going to. So let's just see what we can do here. We do need to take out some stuff. Yeah, I really wish I knew how this ship looked like. Be nice to kind of refurbish this ship. It's supposed to be a big ship, I would think, because it has all this. You would think that would be the case, right? If you have all this, why not have the spacing? Yeah, why couldn't this be a large ship? It likely would be. What's in there? So we need one display to open up that armory. Ooh, elite welder and grinder and some rockets. That's actually a decent find. Nothing. That's pretty worth it. And then I guess everything else could get grinded down unless we need power. If we need power, we could grab the batteries. We should have bought the tug ship, the smoker tug ship, because we could have used that to kind of extract the batteries and everything like that if we needed to. I don't really think we need more batteries. Wow, we actually have a ton of batteries. So we should be okay. We're still trying to discharge some of these, which they're not discharging because we also have a reactor. So there's also that. Although I think the reactor may or may not have run out of power. Nope, we're good. So you know what? Our reactor, I'm just going to turn it off for now. We'll just drain the power slightly. And we're not even utilizing a lot of power anyway, so we should be okay. All right, so now the cool thing about this ship now, since its previous upgrade, we now have a tail. So we can go forward, away from there, and then turn this bad boy around. Like so. And then we're going to end up flinging parts in space. Oh. That was not the plan. Now this thing's going to be floating around, which is not ideal. We should have stopped it. Shoot. Whoops. Okay, we could salvage this. We could do this. Let's see, steel plates really quick. We can definitely find a way to save this. Where's the magnetic plates? Right here. Or one right there. We just kind of tossed it away, so that's not good. It was also showing us the direction of where I was supposed to go for the beacon, but the beacon's probably going to show up here and there anyway, so we should be okay. Whoopsie. Alright, let me lock into this thing somehow. And that should get it to slow down with dampeners on. Okay, perfect. So the smart thing to do now would be to convert the ship into a station so that it doesn't move. Don't know if it's gonna let me do that. I'm trying to click on it as much as possible. I see it's blinking or anything like that, but if I sever ties from it, we'd be okay. So it's on its own now. And I don't think I can convert the ship because I don't own a lot of it yet. I believe that may or may not be the case. But there shouldn't be a lot to own on this ship, though. Or there's no seat as well. Is there? Yeah, I don't think there's a seat on this thing. Oh well, we'll hack the antenna. Yeah, there's no driving seats anywhere, so interesting. Yeah, there's no seat, cockpit. Nope. Helm, no. Was able to convert to station though, so that's good. All right, so that way it doesn't move. A little cheesy, but got to do it, or the whole thing's gonna fly away, like it just did before. I can't believe I smacked it a little bit too hard on the side. Did I break anything? Looks like I didn't. So luckily I added this protection for the grinders. But yeah, whoops, I kind of nicked it, it looks like. All right, that's fine. Alright, so we shouldn't go... I'm gonna go from the rear end side first. Grind is on, as you can hear them as loud as they are. Alright, here we go. So definitely need a little bit more side thrusting because it's a little difficult to drive like this. But I think we are set. Okay. Beacon's like down below us, I guess. Here we go. Grind is on. We'll just get all this chopped up. Although I kind of wish I knew what this thing looks like. I guess it's I mean, maybe it's a small ship. I'm surprised it has like a whole living quarters and everything like that. And I don't see like a cockpit or a chair or a bridge or some kind. Or unless that was the bridge. I mean, more or less that could have been the bridge, but not much there. So we're gonna grab the parts then. Why not? Gonna drop this down just a little slightly. But yeah, the only thing I don't like about grinding like this is that you're likely gonna fling parts around, especially small things. So that's something I don't like about grinders like this. It needs to be more closed in, if anything. I mean, one cool design would be like a piston with a rotor and some mag plates to like grab it. That would be nice too. And then have the piston slowly come close to you and grind down that way. I mean, could have done it that way so that you don't have to go the cheesy route of turning it into a station, so it's not mobile like it is now. That definitely is a possibility. But I'm glad I added the tail with the grinders. This makes life so much easier to extract the ship than doing it by hand, as we've done in the past, which was very, very slow. So this is more or less a ship I can't fix anyway, so that's why I'm just gonna grind it down. And also able to showcase the nifty Stingray tail here. But again, it looks like, yeah, right in front of us, I see the chairs and everything like that. That's all there is on this thing. So this thing could kind of say goodbye. And I feel like we need to duck down just a tiny bit so we can grab that antenna. Alright, the seat's kind of floating now. Kinda wish I can utilize a camera, but I can't right this moment. Something's in our way. Oh, right there. That's the horrible side of this. That it does have a bit of a wall between, so things like that can happen. You also break it a lot if you're not careful. Right, there you go. This should be it. Grab that. I realized we got rid of the batteries. But yeah, I think if we go back and buy the tugboat or the tug trailer or whatever it was called, it could be useful to extract batteries in space. Where do I put it? It doesn't even matter. We just attach it anywhere on the ship, and then we just dump it later down the line. Or discharge it and then just get rid of them. We have, I think we have more than enough batteries for the size of this ship currently, which isn't that big. So we should be fine in that case. And there we go. So this one is now completely gone. All right. So that is more parts for us. Don't know if that gets anything that has gold in it. Except for thrusting components. No, we didn't even get that much thrusting components. So that's crazy. But we did get gravity components. So that kind of works out too. Now we have way too many steel plates. And a lot of turrets. So that's good. Definitely good. 431 superconductors. That's not great enough. Gonna get rid of some of those, and then we'll get rid of those two components. All right, so that was a quick thing to do with the grinder and that ship. So that was definitely worth doing and adding onto this large grid. Or the Stingray. All right. So luckily that was pretty quick, so we could maneuver into getting whatever that is. SBRT beacon. It could be anything. I don't know what it could be, but yeah, it could be anything. It could be a station. It could be another ship. About 12 away, so lots of flying to go. 15 away. It was 15 away. All right, we made it to whatever this is, the SPRT beacon. About 1 kilometer away. And it looks like to be a ship. All right, let's slow down a little bit more. Now, what's on this ship, I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't even know what those are. Just the beacon. It's that small grid ship. I can't even see the weapons on this thing. Oop, something just spawned up there. Yeah, I can't even tell where the weaponry are. So that's interesting. Ship antennas are on. I never turned them off. Great. It's a little bit hard to see exactly what that ship is. And that could be because it's a small grid. Hope that's not the case, but maybe. Oh, just realized there is 2 of those on me. Okay, so right in front, right there. So I don't know if there's any weapons. We can fly and get close to it and see. Not hearing shots. We might be okay. Yep, no shots. I think I know what this is. Definitely a small grid ship. And probably Steve's friend here. Just chilling out here. I know there's a bit of a storyline on this, so here you go.
I have 2 hours of oxygen left. Let's hope anyone will find me before it's too late. If not, well, my ship is an old one, but still good. I hope it brings you more luck. I should have taken the ice for dessert.
Okay, so I think that's about it. Guess we'll take this beacon off. Oh, it's got a reactor here too. So very little bit of uranium, but nonetheless still worth it. Okay, so ship's ours, I guess. Thank you. I guess you may be friend of Steve. Can't really do too much with you. All right, smoke grid ship. It's got hydrogen, got a cockpit, got a lot going for itself. I do gotta be careful with grinding this thing down, because I could grind it down pretty quickly with this grinder. So gotta be careful of that. Right, decoys. That's something we need to do. We'll end up doing that sooner or later. How much is in this hydrogen tank? About half tank. That's not bad. Much of this is actually ion thrusters and a little bit of hydrogen, I think. It looks like atmospheric as well, which is not necessary. Got some rocket launchers, great. So it's a small little fighter, obviously, and you could definitely utilize it. Oh, look at that. Almost took out the Gatling right there. So you gotta be careful with this stuff. There are more, should be some rockets in here. Yep, got 2, that's fine. We'll hack everything that we can hack, obviously, and we'll just keep the ship. Alright, so small grid hacking is just much more annoying because it's hard to find everything. But as long as we grab as much as we can, we should be okay. Got tools, Gatlins, and other stuff, but nothing crazy in here, unfortunately. But still could work out. I'm just gonna repair your ship a little bit and take it for myself. MX Sphere thrusters are gonna have to go and get replaced with something else. Here's a medium cargo container that has a small amount of stuff. Parachute hatch we can keep. The air vent to decompress. But very impressive is a large reactor. Although the large reactor... Oh, X got 10. Okay. That's not bad. You got 2 antennas, everything like that. So this thing should be free to go once it's turned on. I still need to probably hack it first, unfortunately. A lot of crazy straight up ion thrust is going forward. That's actually maybe a little bit excessive. Trying to find the little stuff to take over. Well, we can't take over at least. And I think that's about it. We could definitely keep the ship if we really wanted to. Is there a point? Not really. But we can utilize it. Okay, so there's a oxygen generator, some timers, and a remote. Oh, there's a remote control that I haven't taken out yet either. So wherever that is. Don't know if it's... No, that's the fighter cockpit. The remote control could be hidden over here somewhere, I think. Nope. So taking the remote control may be the ideal thing to do. And there is also a oxygen generator here somewhere as well. Not seeing it. Not seeing where the remote control is. That's the more important piece. Could it be underneath this? Potentially. No, I'm not seeing it. So where's the remote control? Really hate how they hide these remote control blocks pretty decently. It's definitely it has to be within the innards of it, so likely not gonna mess with that. Decoys. Yeah. Can I even fly this thing? I don't even know. It's called the shuttle. That's all there is to it. Great. So turn it on. We have a shuttle proxy. What's that? Oh, the antennas. We didn't even take it over. There's the antenna. There's a camera back here, which we don't necessarily need, which I think the remote control is right on there. No, that's not a remote control. This piece is just dangling for whatever reasons. Let's take that out. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know where the remote control is. Oh, right here. Right? Is that it? Nope. That's another conveyor junction. For small grid. I have no idea what it is. I could fly it though, so that's good. Alright, friend of Steve. We're gonna take this back for ourselves. And say farewell to you. Did we just hit something off? We may have. Yeah, I gotta find a remote control somewhere. This ship is not the greatest ship, but we could utilize it for fighting if we really, really care to. Not a lot of 100 thrust power to go here, but I was hoping to find a bigger ship. I didn't want a tiny ship. That's fine. Is there anywhere I could just put this thing somewhere? Got rockets and everything like that. You got the rear and front. I don't know which is which. I think this is the front. Yeah, this is the front. So it's got landing gear, so we can land it anywhere, or we could easily put it underneath somewhere as well. Like there or there. Or we could do landing gear up here too, so lots of different spots for it. Wish I had a connector up top, but I don't. Which is fine. We salvage a ship right here from friend of Steve's, potentially. But as you see here, we could easily just land right back here. Lock in. Okay, so this ship is locked in. Of course, it's not really attached or anything like that, so it can't refuel or anything like that. But we can turn off thrusters and everything like that to be on the safe side. Alright, so thrusters are off, but it doesn't seem to be completely off. Oh, the thrusters only correlate with the large ones, so we gotta remove a few before we start flying. Alright, so we can edit the ship out a little bit if we really, really care to. So the original shuttle is planetary and also space-worthy. So that's good. I think the antenna's it's probably in there somewhere, but we haven't decided how badly we want to open this thing up. Or save it. Do we even need to save it? Probably not, to be honest. But we leave it anyway. So if we are going to edit this ship out, we're just going to get rid of the atmospheric thrusters, because we are more than likely to never land on a planet or a moon. Because as fun as that may sound, well, most moons don't have gravity except for some, but well, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna ever land planet side or moon side or anywhere except for maybe an asteroid. But highly doubt that as well. Alright, got rid of all that. There's a thruster that needs help, but Yeah, I don't know where that remote control block is. It's definitely hidden somewhere. So I think if I got rid of that, it might help a lot. Show us where it is. That's an O2H2 generator. Get rid of that. That's a gyroscope, right? Yeah, I have no idea where you may or may not have hidden. Well, likely have hidden that remote control. Just saw a beacon right here. So we'll hack that as well. Here's the remote control. Perfect. We'll take that and we'll put that back together. No idea what was over here. Okay, gotta fix up the ship a little bit. I mean, unnecessary, of course, but had to be done. I'm gonna keep it for now so we can utilize it as the tugboat kind of situation as well. So there's that. All right, so more or less we just took care of the atmospheric thrusters because we don't necessarily need them. We could rebuild all the ion thrusters because it doesn't really take too much as well. This one is the one that takes the most, but it's only 12, so that's not even bad. Put that back together, and any other ion thrusters. Let's just gather the necessary parts. Looks like one of everything, which isn't bad at all in terms of the ion thrusters. Get that fixed. And so it looks like it's only one hydrogen thruster going one direction, which is fine. This thing has a lot more ion thrusters than anything else. So yeah, don't know what would this be like. We could utilize this instead just to make it look decent. It doesn't need to be that way. There you go. And there's a little bit of space here that I created, but it should be a simple fix here. Like that. But do we want to close this up or no? If we do, we could throw it up to here and half block throughout the rest. But I mean, for now, let's just leave it as is. Wait, how uneven is this? No, that's fine. This is part of it. Right over here that needs to be situated. Like so. There you go. So that's the wings of it. A bit of a hole, but we can fill that up eventually if we need to. I don't find the need to do it today. Okay, there you go. That's gonna sit on top of the shuttle. It's gonna sit on top of us for a little bit. I don't know what we're gonna utilize it for, but I did turn off the engines and everything like that, so it should be okay. And when I mean the engines, I mean thrusters. They are completely just sitting there for now, and we'll utilize it when we need to, or eventually put in a conveyor junction somewhere, potentially right over here if necessary, so then it could just grab it from there on its own instead of sitting on it with the landing gear. But look at the difference between ships. Big difference. All right, I haven't seen any other maydays, so we do need to stretch ourselves and move around a little bit more, and then we'll definitely find it. But for the meantime, probably keep exploring a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna head over to this unknown signal really quick for no apparent reason. Usually don't hit up unknown signals so late in the game, but could also be helpful. All right, let's grab this unknown signal. I didn't believe I was that far away, but okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, press the button. Got nothing. Great. Got credit, a little bit of stuff. Nothing crazy. All right, you can go bye-bye. I wish more Maydays would spawn. More ships would spawn at the moment. Again, I might have to travel a little bit for that to happen, but for now, nothing. Okay, do we head back to any of the beacons? We can go back to the one that says go here, which is the component store, which actually more inclined to do that actually. So superconductors, we're missing 5, just 5. Okay, so that means we could just get rid of that. Are we really pretty much done here? That would be interesting if we were able to easily produce the jump drive on here. And that means we don't have to go the route of buying a ship and everything like that. So, buying a ship just to get the jump drive, which is way, way too expensive. I'm not seeing anything else. A Mayday or anything, I don't see it. All right, so screw that for now. All right. Since we are basically about to accomplish our goals, where do we put the jump drive? That's a good question. Definitely not a lot of spaces to put a jump drive. All right, so actually, you know what? Up here is not a terrible place. Towards the middle and back. So wherever Steve is, this might be a good spot because it's I think 2 by 3 height of it. So if we get rid of these non-usable blocks here, yeah, it's basically space for a jump drive, so that kind of works out. The jump drive, it can fit perfectly in here, I believe. Yep. But then we can't go in and out anymore. And Steve will be kind of babysitting it, if anything. So that is actually fairly interesting. We can't fit it inside between here, otherwise it'll be exposed. Actually, no, we could right here. Slightly exposed, slightly. But that means we have to sever our connector also, so that's not a good idea. I do like it in here, but it's we need to get rid of certain stuff here, unfortunately, if that is the case. Or at least block Steve a bit. That would go right in here like that. Steve in the way. No, Steve is not in the way, but yeah, like I said, he's not gonna go anywhere. That's the best placement for it, unfortunately. So we'll throw it right there. I think that works out. Alright, so I didn't even really pay attention to what else we needed. So we're almost there with superconductors. Power cells we need to make, detector computers we need to make, and gravity components we need to make. Well, 20 gravity components. Should check that first with the gravity components. We do need to make 20 and we got rid of a bunch of them, so that's not good. I think we're gonna utilize enough for superconductors for sure. As to everything else, not quite sure. And we fulfilled the superconductors. That's great. So then we don't need any more. We need power cells. We need detector components and gravity components. And we should be good to go from there. We can still do a hauling here and there. We still do a little bit of stuff before we call end to it once we get this jump drive. We can always play around with that. Alright, so we still got a few more things to build before we are good to go, unfortunately. So there's still that. The door is right over there, but I don't have an escape way now, unfortunately. What's over here? Nope. That is our connecting point. So to get out, what should I do? I should probably put a door somewhere that's not over here. Or do we even need a door? We kind of don't need a door, but if we want to visit Steve, we need a door. So for now, we will remove the door. And yeah, basically our jump drive is sitting right in there. Now Steve is right over here. And a good doorway would be here, but that's kind of connected and everything like that. So we can't really do that. Could put a door from the top down as a possibility. Nope, we can't do it here. Nearly grinded and chopped off the plumbing. Definitely not great. All right, so door-wise, it's gonna be offset doors, like here and here. There we go. Two simple doors to get here, just to visit Steve if we need to. He's gonna protect our jump drives for us. Everything else here is basically unnecessary stuff, although we could put anything here, so it's not a big deal. Our jump drive could wait. We're almost there, very close. We're just missing a few parts, and we should be able to achieve those no problem. So unfortunately, I hate that no more ships are spawning, but that again, that could just be because I'm just sitting here. So we can head back over to a base. I'm gonna go to this one here with the components. I'd rather have the components. I could buy it. So whatever's missing, I'm gonna purchase eventually. Hopefully have a good amount of money to purchase it. And then we could utilize a jump drive for once. We could do a hauling if we really care to make more money to buy ships. Would be fun to buy a ship though, to be honest, but that's gonna take a lot of time to do some contracts. Do we think we can take out an unidentified signal? I mean, I think there are like 2-3 different ships that are attacking when we get there. So we could turn the shuttle into a drone to help us fight. Potentially. We gotta find a better docking station for it, because if it does come off, it's gonna fly away. We don't want that. Alright, we made it back to this beacon here, or economy base. The STTC or R, I forget what. We're gonna crash land into this thing. Boom. Quickest way to stop. What was this station? STTC, yeah. This one is the one that sells components. Which is what we want. And we'll just park this thing. Check out the contracts really quick. Call it a day, since we did nothing too crazy, but got some debris and got a new tiny ship, a small grid ship. There's a mining transport there, so that's actually probably worth taking. The mining ship that was stuck in here, it seems to be gone now. Guess it didn't want to stay for whatever reasons. Would have been interesting. So with the lack of maydays and stuff, I don't mind taking these neutral parties. We're just gonna make enemies out of everybody. Except for these guys, because we need them for parts. Alright. Yeah, this is the one we needed. Refuel, get ammo, everything possible. Here we buy all. Wow, that's a decent amount. Alright, we'll buy all that so we can refuel a little bit. We have contracts. We should do acquisitions if we can. 4 mil for 11, but we need a few, so we're not gonna do that. Large steel 2s, I think we could do. Metal grids we should be able to do. Iron ore we do not have, so we're not going to worry about that. Great. We do not have 248 metal grids, so we do need to make that, unfortunately. Shoot. Alright. I guess that is what it is, but I guess we're going to call it a day from here. Yeah, I guess next time around, whatever ship just spawns, let's just get it. Because there's no point of just trying to find maydays which are not spawning. If we need more parts. I don't think we need more parts. I'm kind of disassembling some thruster components, and I think that's going to give us what we need. Hopefully, but if not, then yeah, we're just going to keep on salvaging more ships for the time being, which will be ending fairly soon since we're trying to finish up our goal. And then we should be returning to our asteroid station, aka the shipyard. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget to drop a comment down below, even to just say hi. And of course, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.